Well, hello, General Hospital Daily Recap fans. Today's daily recap is for Thursday, January 4th, 2024. Even though I have 2023 written on my paper, Thursday, January the 4th, 2024. Okay, so we've got um, Laura was talking to, who was Laura talking to? Maybe was she talking to Kevin, right? And this is before Esme walks in. I think she was talking to Kevin, and she was talking about this is the first time she really mentioned Lucky. She says, Lucky is out there somewhere searching for, I guess, a part of himself. Do you see Laura leaving, going to God knows where in the world to find her son Lucky and bring him home? Do you see her doing that? No. It's Nikolas. It's my Nikolas. Lucky has left his little Aiden behind. They don't even talk about he even FaceTimes. They used to say he FaceTimed him once. Lord knows. Lucky's been the biggest absentee father on this planet. Okay. So Esme shows up. The sitter actually called. And Laura says, she's an hour late. No, that is not like her. And as Laura's speaking to the sitter, Esme walks in because Esme's like, boy, I need a drink. She's walking into, what's the name of that place? Port Charles Grill. And Laura and Kevin are sitting there, and Laura's like, uh, she just walked in the door. Oh, I'm sure she'll be home soon. So Esme looked up, she goes, Esme. She goes, oh, hi, Laura. And she goes, honey, where have you been? And she's looking, I don't know if Esme ever really answered her as to where have she been. She said, because the sitter is worried. You're an hour late coming home for Ace. He's thinking, oh, shoot, I got a kid? Look, now she got amnesia that she's a mother, right? Because we're talking, it's way after midnight. I'm surprised she was able to get a sitter. What sitter? Who? It wasn't Spencer watching the baby. Who's watching the baby? Right? So anyway, she sits down because she goes, "Ooh, I just wanted to come in. I got so cold." I think she said she was walking around or some crap. And she sits down and she takes her drops her glove out of her pocket when she took her hands out, and Kevin picks it up and he goes, here's your glove. And Lori looks at it and she goes, well, a lot of good it'll do me. I lost the other one. And Laura said, oh, yeah, and I know where. At Windermere on Christmas Day. And Esme looks. Kevin says, you know what? Because he had brought the hot chocolate back when Esme took her hands out of her pocket and dropped the glove. And he goes, you know what? I'm going to let you two talk. So he goes and he steps aside there, maybe to the bar. They don't really show him. Who cares? Um, and Laura's talking to Esme. Why did you go to Windermere on Christmas? You know, and she was saying, well, Elizabeth told her that's where she was held last Christmas, and she thought if she went back there, her memories could come back. And she says, I know it was wrong for breaking into the place. I will pay for all the damages. And she goes, and did you get your memories back? Of course, Esme said no. She's not stupid. But she's Esme all over again. And so Laura tells her, well, she goes, like I said, though, I'll pay for the damages. I know it was wrong. And Laura says, yes, honey, you broke the law. So you decided, she goes, so you need to go and turn yourself in tomorrow. And Esme looked at her and said, what? you know, Laura says, I'm sure you're just going to have to pay a fine. I'm sure you'll get off with a little warning, probably. And I'm telling you, everybody, I was looking at, because I watch it on, on Hulu on my computer screen so I could take screenshots of the pictures, right? I'm looking at Laura through my computer screen like, WTF. I see, I learned that acronym. I'm bad with acronyms, but I learned that one. You have your little vandalist granddaughter, right? That you are covering for. You have the nerve. All Esme did was break some glass. You have the nerve to tell that woman she needs to go and turn herself in. Forget turning myself in. If I'm going to do anything, I'm going to go to Ava and say, I'm sorry. I was held hostage here. I thought I could get my memories back. I'm going to let me pay for the damages. I ain't going to turn myself in. When Laura said that, I said, you are the biggest hypocrite on the planet, Laura. And so Laura says, in the morning, I will come by and pick you up and we'll go. She goes, you're going to go with me? She goes, we're family. I would never let you go through that alone. Well, sure, Charlotte doesn't have to go through it at all. So Esme is not that much family, Laura, right? Do you know how much Laura has broken into places on her little quest to find this, that, and the other thing? Get out of here. And she's the mayor breaking in places. Oh my goodness. That just took me kind of like aback, right? That just, I was like, oh Lord have mercy. Goodness. So then we have Joss and Dex get in from frat party, and they're about to possibly kiss, but it is true. This recast Jocelyn, they've had no real makeout scenes at all. Mm-mm. I don't know if on camera it just is not as believable. Are they not as comfortable with each other? Um, they're just making things happen to make it like they're naturally just not able to get close, because as he was just walking up to her, or just maybe, I think, touching her arms to pull her in, knock on the door, and she looks and goes, and actually you hear the knob trying to move. Adam was trying to put the key in the door, open the door, he's drunk as a skunk. As if a skunk can get drunk, but where'd they come up with that? But he is drunk as a skunk, right? Okay, so anyway, they bring him stumbling on in, and Jocelyn's like, Adam, you don't normally drink. What is going on? And he said his life is over. His parents found out about his horrible grades, and they're talking about what a failure he is, and they're not going to spend any money waste their money on him, so they're going to make him come back and go to a local junior college. And I'm thinking, isn't he supposed to be pre-med? I didn't know they had junior college stuff pre-med at JC's, but I guess everybody could get their academics out the way, but you know what? They're in their second year of college, so I don't know how that would work. So anyway, she goes, what do you mean your bad grades, Adam? You got an A minus in whatever the course was. He goes, minus, and A minus. And Jocelyn's index is kind of like, wow. And then she goes, and you got a B in whatever, which is the hardest class this semester. B is the top of the grading curve in this class, Adam. You're at the top. It is not good enough for my parents. Now my life is over. Oh, my life is over. So her phone rings and it's Carly. Carly's calling. Uh, Actually, it was Drew calling for Carly, asking Jocelyn to come over. So she asked Dex, she goes, "Oh, my mom needs to talk to me. I gotta go. Can you?" And he goes, "Yeah, I'll take Adam back to his dorm room." She goes, "Look, I don't feel comfortable leaving him like this. Can you watch him? Just stay here and watch him." And he goes, "Sure, Joss, sure I will." And I thought, well, don't you feel comfortable watching him for? He's got to go to sleep, right? Why does he need you to watch him? Or anybody for that matter? Dex, take him to his room, throw him on his bed, and let him sleep it off, right? So she leaves, and Dex ends up talking to him and saying, yeah, he really had problems with his parents. And I remember he told the story, but I thought it was just the father. No, mother too. The father was a constant cheater. That's right. And the mother looked the other way, and the brothers kicked his behind every chance they got. Um, so he was saying the only relief he got was when he enlisted. And so Adam says, "Well, I can't do that." And I'm thinking, yeah, okay, well, but he says, "But look, Adam, not everybody has to enlist." He says, "You're an adult now. There are other places in this world. You can make your own path. You do not have to stay in your parents' house." And I'm thinking, yeah, well, that means you got to get a job, though, right? That means you got to somehow be able to support yourself. So anyway, Dex ends up letting him lay on Jocelyn's bed, and puts the covers up. And I'm thinking, I wouldn't be doing that. And so Dex rolls him over on his side, and I knew I did that. So in case he starts vomiting, he don't choke in his sleep. But good God, that means Jocelyn's bed would be a mess. Goodness, drunk. So Adam says, "Thanks, Dex. Thank you." And Dex is like, "No problem." I'm so happy Adam didn't say, "Thanks, Joss. I love you." Dex would have been, huh? But that didn't happen, y'all. That didn't happen. Okay. So now we have, this pissed me off. Ava is the easiest woman. You see, she's all letting Nikolas get all up in her face, and she got her tongue out. you know, so what makes you think I want you? As look, as she lets him back it on in, right? All up against each other. See? And so she goes, because he's talking about, because you can't resist me. And Nikolas is just, oh, we need to try again. It was just gag me disgusting. That Nikolas acts to Ava the way Victor acted towards Liesel. It's just ridiculous. Oh my goodness. Right? And so Ava, as he's got her all pulled in, right? She goes, "So you think you're," no, she goes, "You are definitely resistible." And she walks to the side, and he's looking like, "No, I ain't. No, I ain't." Yeah. So they want to concoct some stupid plan to get Esme. Stupid. She should know, don't go in leagues with any of Nikolas's plans. Period. 100% no. Nada. He's an idiot. He tells her, "You're going to throw a party," right? And she goes, "Why would I throw a party that Esme would come to?" He goes, "You are very resourceful." She goes, "Well, yes, I am." He goes, you'll think of something. And I'm like, where's she throwing the party at? Because she's staying with Sonny / Nina's place. She's selling Spoon Island if it's not sold already. So she going to take off all the coverings on the furniture to have a party at Spoon. Come on now. That's the most ridiculous plan or I'm like, you know what? Don't waste my time with this Ava and Nikolas. Come on now. So anyway, whatever, YouTube, whatever. Let's get to the good part. Nina's non, I mean, non-believable apology. She made that apology look and feel as fake and insecure and insincere as she could. I had to just do some pictures up there the way she would look at Carly. Yeah, well, you sure kept mine from me. And she, of course, started in with, well, I was upset at the way, you kept my daughter. Carly said, oh my God, Nina, we are not going there. You need to get out of my house. I can't with you tonight. Well, let me finish. And then she goes, she ended up telling her, I'm the one that turned you and Drew into the SCC. And so Carly was like, wait, what? And then Nina was like, and so she goes, so it was you? Yes, it was. Because see, out of all the things you've done to me, you deserved it. Even her stance. Wait, because see, you committed a crime. You did. Okay. And you kept Willow from me. See, she had to keep just going in and stirring up I thought, Carly, snatch her hair. Okay. I know, see, use that grief and just mop her up. She should have. And so Nina is like, and Carly says something that the picture that's next to Carly, Nina's looking at her like, hmm? Like, so? So? So she's like, you had Drew sent to prison. So she goes, you're the one that did the insider trading. It should have been you. And Carly said, oh, yeah, see? It always comes back to me with you, Nina, doesn't it? And she says, why are you here? And Nina's like, I told you I wanted to set things straight. She says, no, you didn't. No, no, not at this hour. Not after all this time. Why are you here? And then Carly looked, she goes, you got caught, didn't you? And Nina just looks at her. She goes, oh. And she goes, Sonny wanted me to come and apologize. And Carly's like, there it is. You had no intentions on apologizing. She says, because Nina, you're not sorry for what you've done. But now that Sonny knows and Sonny wanted you to apologize, here you are. She says, with this fake apology. You don't mean it. You're not sorry. Sorry you got caught, but you're not sorry. And so she goes after, and now Carly's raising her because Nina's still antagonizing. She's still looking at just, oh my goodness, right? So Drew comes from the back because he was calling the embassy, make arrangements for Bobby's body to come home. And he goes, what is going on here, right? And so she goes, Nina, my dog is trying to push through the pocket doors. There's a little slit about this wide. He trying to put his head through the smaller Yorkie, the male. And he'll probably do it in a minute, but let me open this door for he hurt himself. So Nina goes, I came over here too. And Carly looks, she goes, Nina's the one that turned us into the SEC. She beat Nina to the punch. And Drew said, wait, what? Is that true, Nina? You did this? And so Nina looks at him. Yeah, and I came to apologize. And so Carly said, no, she didn't. Sonny made her. And so she goes, Drew says, how could you do this? She goes, look, to be clear, you and Carly broke the law. I did nothing wrong. See, right there. See, that why even come? I did nothing wrong. Then you're not sorry, chick. You're not sorry. So Drew said something to the effect of, you are so fortunate right now. And she's like, why? He said, because if you were a man, I would. He's like, I would take care of you. But you're a woman. He said, so Carly, come on over here, Carly. Take care of her. And Carly said, with pleasure. No, that didn't happen, y'all. That part didn't happen. It should have, though. It should have happened. It didn't happen. What he what he told Nina was, I can't wait for Donna and Wiley find out what they're gonna think about you. And she went, there's no reason they should find. No. He goes, oh yeah, they're going to find out. And what are they going to think about you then? And so Carly looked at Nina and she goes, and then Nina started back at trying to, because Nina don't know when to quit. So Carly said, Nina, just shut up and get out of my house. My mother died tonight. I can't with you. I can't even deal with what? Bobby's gone. Thinking, when have you ever cared about Bobby? I didn't know. I didn't know. And she goes, of course you didn't know. And you didn't care. You just came barging into my home at this hour with this fake apology. Get out of my house right now. And Drew goes and he opens the door. He did everything but kick her out of it, right? So she goes out the door. And now we have Sonny. See, Sonny's at the bottom of this picture. Sonny comes walking into his house. Oh, wait, I forgot this part. Sonny is at the chapel because he's just distraught. And Cyrus is there. I'm happy you found your place back to the Lord's house. And he goes, Cyrus, get out of here. You don't even belong. Get out of here. What? No. Everybody belongs in the Lord's house. And he goes, not tonight, Cyrus. You don't want to mess with me tonight. Oh, Nina told you. And he goes, what did you say? Oh, earlier Nina needed some solace in what she's done, and I told her she needs to confess to her family and get redemption. I see she confessed that she turned Carly and Drew into the SEC. See, look, if she hadn't confessed, Sonny sure knows now, right? Sonny said, I said, get out of here. And Cyrus walks up to him. See, in the, trying to go now into Sonny pops him, just punches him. Cyrus hits the pew and he gets back up and he goes, if thy smites you, turn the other cheek. And Sonny hit him on the other cheek. And Cyrus gets up again. And I thought, Cyrus wants a beat down. See, Cyrus is probably going to press some charges. Sonny pummeled Cyrus and kept hitting him and hitting him. And when he came home, his knuckles, his hands are just all bloodied. Oh, and I'm surprised they weren't swollen. And he bought a bottle of alcohol, some hard liquor, and he sat it on the coffee table. And he's just sitting there. And he's sitting there thinking, I've been played a fool by this lying chick. I gave up my entire family for her. She act like she didn't know me in Nixon Falls, where we fell in love. She knew I didn't know who I was, and she made sure I stayed not knowing who I was. But oh, she was the love of my life. Mm-hmm. And now look what she's done. And now I look like an idiot. So Ava comes home. See, now that's her home. And she walks in and she's like, Sonny, what are you doing sitting here in the dark? And in my mind, I'm thinking, where's Avery? Whose house did she spend the night at? you know? So she turns on the light, she takes her coat off, and she looks at Sonny's hands and she said, Sonny, your hands. We gotta get you cleaned up. And he's just sitting there. And then she goes, Sonny, where's Nina? And he goes, she's gone. And so she goes, Sonny, go get your hands cleaned up because Avery cannot see you like this, right? And then he thought about it. Yeah, okay. So he gets up and he slowly goes to the back, and Nina's kind of like, oh my goodness. And then all of a sudden you hear the keys jiggling the door. And Nina, Ava goes over and she opens it. She goes, Nina, what is going on? She goes, I just need to come see Sonny. I just need to come see Sonny. She goes, did you tell Sonny about the SEC? She goes, I'm thinking, chick, you didn't tell him. You got busted out. And so she goes, I just left from Carly and Drew's. And I just go, Nina. So Nina goes, Ava goes, no, Nina, it's not good for you to be here. Sonny is not in a good way. You need to leave now. No, I just need to speak to him. Now, at Carly's house, it's all this. Well, you both did do it. What you did to me. Mm-hmm. Mm. Oh, but she get there and oh, who? So Sonny comes walking from the back. She goes, she's looking past Ava, Sonny. And Ava sees that Sonny's coming. She turns and walks from the door because Ava's like, oh, let me get out of the line of fire, right? Sonny walks up to the door. And he has the door by the front, the door side of the door. And he's looking at Nina. Sonny, I just came from door slammed in her face. Slams the door in her face. He said nothing to her. Nothing to her. And the look on that face is, if you come back tonight, I'm gonna kill you. I mean, he closes the door and he's seething, right? This Jezebel. And so she's on the other side of the door. Oh my Sonny, I can lie my way out of this. Oh, yeah, Nina, good. Okay, good. So now, Michael, he got no headway with Willow. And Willow said, Michael, no. And I think I even talked about them. She told him, yes, I lied to you when I hurt you. And now you've lied to me. She goes, this can't be our marriage, because that's not a marriage. If we honestly, when it counts, cannot even be honest with each other. I need time. He goes, you're right. But let's just go home. And then she goes, no. I need you to sleep somewhere else tonight. And Michael just looked at her like, huh? She goes, no, I need some space. And so his phone rang, and that was when it was Drew calling him to come to Carly's. And so Willow walked off the pier, and she's getting ready to go home. So anyway, right? Michael and Joss arrive at Carly's house, and she tells them about Bobby. And she died peacefully in her sleep at her brother's apartment. And they were both shocked and just devastated, you know. And, now look, this is going to shorten Willow's anger towards Michael, because ultimately, when she finds out about Carly's mother, Michael's grandmother, Willow is going to comfort him, because that's the kind of person she is. She's going to be there for Michael. So that's going to be his saving grace, is Willow's going to she's going to still be upset. Say, look, don't think I haven't forgot what you've done. Don't think that, but this is a family matter, right? So anyway, that's it, everybody. That's it for General Hospital. Good episode. I mean, I was pretty happy with it, So let's go to comment corner, and see what is going on. Let me get these comments up. Okay. Now we have, I am says, I do want Esme to pay now that she has her memory. Georgia says, daily recap lady, thank you for making your recaps so fun and entertaining. Thank you, Georgia. DB says, the only thing that would have made this episode any better for me would have been if Carly was inside with him when Sonny closed the door in Nina's face. I know. And it was Ava. So guess what? How many of you think they're going to sleep together? Because Sonny's going to down that alcohol he's got. And we all know Ava, look, Ava hasn't had a man since Austin, which has probably been a month ago. Ava need a piece. So Ava she will sleep with Sonny in a heartbeat. She does not say no, and she won't say no. And he ain't gonna even have to force her. She'd probably just show her, look, after he's drunk, just get in bed with him, say, look, I know it's gonna end up here, so let's just get it on, right? And then it says, he needed an out. I hope he takes this one. And I'm just going to say TR says, I know Nina is going to say it. I knew Nina was going to say it. I didn't mean for that to happen. And then Clemmy says, let me see, that pic was of Carly and, but yes, that picture was of Carly and Bobby, but it was at one of Carly's weddings. because Carly was in her a wedding gown holding a bouquet of bridal flowers. And I'm thinking it was maybe one of her last weddings to Sonny. I'm thinking that's when it was. Um, and then Catherine says, Drew is a terrible father. He should defer to Scout's mother until they reestablish roles. And, until Scout, yeah, him and Scouts reconnects. He was okay selling Aurora stock, his daughter's legacy for Carly, that is true, and making a change of schools mid-year without discussing it with Sam pissed me off. As a single mom, and with an absent father, she should have 80% say he is a something SS, another word for donkey, right? And then Dacia says Michael should have gave Willow a heads up, let her know, um, let her hear the recording. Sonny will end up in bed with Ava because he's getting drunk. And then user says, I just love how you tell stories, or a story, right? And look, I love to tell stories. Catherine said, and I'll make them up in a heartbeat. Catherine says, I used to be a Nina fan, but never again. She has just destroyed so many lives. There is no redemption at this point. Yeah, it is. The GH characters always get redeemed. Come on now. So what? I read it out, everybody. So what, y'all? I still own this hotel and you still gonna come. it it really is all about her, and she can't even apologize. That's, I mean, it's all fake. It sure was. That was the worst. It deserved a slap across her face. She needs to hire Esme and try to unsuccessfully redeem herself. And then Catherine says, agreed about Drew. They have had it's so obvious with Drew, by at least 15 comments on that he has changed. He is better suited for Hallmark. We are wasting budget on him. No offense to the actor, Cameron Matheson is the actor, but he's just in too many storylines with no value. Yeah, he's nice to look at, but no depth. No, it's just a sight. Look, Drew is Ken of Barbie. Who is Ken? Ken is an accessory. That's all Ken is. Well, that's true. So anyway, Clemmy says, oh no, Ron says, now that's the Sonny that brought me to General Hospital. He might end up in jail now. I believe it too. And then Clemmy says, Sonny put a whooping on Cyrus. You are right. He might go to jail. This is what Cyrus wants. And then Mary Williams says, I just love how you tell stories. Thank you, Mary. Goodness, thank you so much. NK Rose says Nina should be in jail for what she did to Sonny by her own logic. And then Miss Bumblebee says, I wish GH would give Spencer his balls of steel back and stop taking shots from everybody in Port Charles, including Trina. I didn't know Spencer was taking shots. Who's been firing at Spencer? I mean, verbally, I didn't. Spencer's just around. And then Lucy says, hi, recap lady. Our Sonny is back. Yes, he is. The look on that face said it all. Said it all. All right, everybody, that is it for my recap of General Hospital. We actually might have a cliffhanger Friday. Good week so far. Good week. I'll be back tomorrow.